Come on in, folks. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. Do you know where your tea is? I don't, because I didn't make it today. Anyway, come on in here. Having a bad hair day. It's got to be washed, not every once in a while I let it go an extra day just to keep the oils in it. It's how it goes sometimes. My nose is itching. My sweet darling's gone up the mountain to see Mr. Charles. Yep, it's tea time. So come on in. I've been busy though. I've been really busy. I promoted our Fly Lady app today, and if you haven't seen our Fly Lady Messenger app, it's right now we got a 45% discount on it. And if you've ever wanted to try it, now is the time. Now is the time. I like red. Red is one of my colors. And it's not Friday. I usually wear red on Fridays, but sometimes I wear red every day. I did for a couple of months back a couple of years ago. Did you declutter stuff today? I haven't decluttered anything, but I have planted 2 butterfly weeds. And they're orange and they're beautiful. This is a butterfly weed. This is my butterfly weed I grew, but then something ate the roots. And they say butterfly weed is a perennial, and I love to plant perennials because they come back every year. But they're slow going. I got a whole yard of perennials. I've got thyme, and I don't think I have any rosemary. But I've got clematis. I just got peonies. I got lots of things in my yard. Robert calls it a marla garden. And I just put things in randomly. Well, I ordered four of these butterfly weeds because I miss them. I really miss them. I loved the butterflies that would land on them, and they'd get white and fuzzy when the seed pods would explode. And I loved them. So I got 2 that were in little containers and then 2 that were just rootstock. And I planted all 4 of them. So we'll see. What is the Fly Lady Messenger app? It is another way to stay in touch with you because we built this app, I guess 8 years ago. And I never really promote it, but I love it. I keep it on my phone. It has a little Fly Lady logo on it. Where is it? Right there. And it just sends you out reminders every hour, keeping you on track. And I've sent you a little email with it today that has a video in it that shows you how to use the app and what it does. And it's just it's a fun way to keep up with us. I like butterfly bushes too. And I've got one down front that gets trimmed back every year. Here's the deal. Don't buy the app until you read the directions. Don't buy the app until you read the directions. And that's why I look at the video, look at the message I've sent you out. I did not even connect to the app because you've got to follow the directions or you're going to not be able to you won't be able to, you got to have, and you got to write down your password. Yeah, it isn't the Fly Lady Plus app. It's only for people with iPhones because we don't have anybody to build us an Android. But I've been promoting that today, and we've still got our kitchen towels that are 45% off. And we've got kitchen scrubbers. Mops are half price. We've got purple rags that are more than half price. $8.95 for 3 of them. That's $3 a rag. You can't even buy rags for that. I'm making a joke. Anyway, y'all, I wrote down, slow down. Most of the time accidents happen when we get in a hurry. When we just get in a hurry. I watched a horrible video last night of a 91-year-old man, or 71, I don't know how old he was, but he had hit a guardrail and scooted behind it, and he couldn't get out of his car, and his car caught on fire. And bystanders had to break his windows and drag him out. I don't know if he was going too fast, but most accidents happen either when you fall asleep at the wheel or you go too fast. And there's no reason for us to speed. There's no reason for us to run unless you're chasing a baby down the driveway. There's no reason to get in a hurry. Just take things slow and steady, y'all. Just slow and steady. And you'll be better off. Anytime I've had an accident, it's because I was in a hurry. The phone rang once upon a time, and I was outside putting water in the pond, and I've been thawing up the water, ice on the pond. And I heard the phone ring inside the house, and I spun around, and the ground was frozen except the very top layer, which made it slick. And I went down, and when I went down, I had taught myself how to fall to keep from breaking a wrist. And what I did is I went curled up in a ball, and my arms went down, which protected my head. And I learned to fall. No need for speed. That's true. So we've got to learn to slow down. That's why getting our dinner going just before, getting our dinner going in the morning makes it so easy on us in the afternoon, because we don't have to worry about what's for dinner. We already got it started. Anyway, y'all, don't get in a hurry. It's hard on us. And if you live in Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas and up into Missouri, you need to watch your weather. Let me pull up the weather. I got radar scope. I love my radar scope. So we got a lot of watch boxes in southwest Missouri around Joplin. They've been known. Let's see what the flash flood alerts out for Kansas and Missouri. So y'all be careful. Ryan Hall is saying it's going to be a busy weekend. So y'all stay on top of things. You stay on top of things, y'all. Because you've got to be able. You gotta be able to take shelter and protect your family. And it wouldn't hurt to know where your bike helmets are. If you need to put on a bike helmet, where your shoes are, always keep your shoes on. We talked about that this week, where if you have your shoes on your feet, you can run to shelter. That's what I had to tell my sister Susan that one time. Put your shoes on, put your passport here, and be ready if you have to run. Yeah, I had a Palm Pilot too. I really did. I love my Palm Pilot. So be prepared to take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, who will? If you don't take care of you, be prepared for power outages. I was listening to somebody this morning talking about, what happens if you get up in the morning and you have no water? Can't take a shower because you have no water. What do you do? Well, Robert's hair gets really oily. He has to wash his hair every day. And we have like a 3-gallon bottle. We have 3 gallons of water set aside for in the event that our pump goes out. Now, if the power goes off, we still got electricity because we got a generator. The other Sunday, I had to call. Was it Sunday our power went out? I don't remember it might have been Saturday. Our power went out. And it can go out for the least little reason. A wind, you name it, it goes out. And our generator kicks in. Well, the lady on the other end of the phone was saying, have you checked your breakers? And I said, the generator's running. And we've got backup power. And everything's getting through. And she said, never mind. Yeah, we didn't need to check our breakers because we had the generator running. But we don't want to use up all the propane in the tank to run our electricity if it was going to be out for a long time. It took them about 5 hours to get our power back on, which was a blessing. And it was, we could make it. We had water. We could flush toilets. Sometimes having water, a stash of water. Now I got a rain barrel outside that if we needed to turn off the generator, we could have rainwater to flush toilets. We wouldn't drink the rainwater unless we filtered it quite a bit, but we could flush toilets with it. If you know your power is going to be out for any length of time, you can always take some garbage bags and fill them up with your shower hose in your tub, and that way it won't run down the drain if your drain doesn't stop up well, and you'll have water for flushing the toilet. Another thing you can do for flushing the toilet is have backup kitty litter, and you can put garbage bags over, drain all the water out of your toilet, put garbage bags over it, and put kitty litter in it, and then have an extra bucket of kitty litter to cover things up. And then you've got a kitty litter toilet. But don't put, you got to have garbage bags in there. You got to have garbage bags. And then as it fills up, you can take those and put them in the garbage can outside. Or if worse comes to worse, you take the trowel outside and dig a hole. But we got backup. So don't get in a hurry. Be prepared so you don't do desperate things. Be prepared. Life's too short to get in a tizzy and run around and have an accident. But there's lots of ways to save water. I've got water purification tablets. And we got a creek right down here that we could fill buckets up with water and jugs. So folks, spend some time thinking about being prepared. If you ask yourself the question, these hypothetical questions, they can get you going. If you woke up and you didn't have any water, now we've had no water before because the line from the pump to our house, which is about 600 feet, busted. It busted from a root. It's happened. Hopefully, it won't happen again, but you never know. When you live in the country and you have your own well water, so grab you a couple of gallons of water at the grocery store if you need to. If you don't know how to put tap water and a couple of drops of bleach in there or some tablets to keep it stored properly. Anyway, folks, take some time today to slow down and think about what you do if you woke up without water or if you woke up without electricity. What would you do? I got a backup little generator. It's called a Jackery. And I've got a solar panel to recharge it. I love y'all so much. So slow down. When I get in a tizzy, you know what I do? I put on my Bible and start listening to the word. And it just makes me feel so good. I've been studying Jeremiah. You know, we've been talking about Passover. I've studied Exodus this week. We've just got to be ready. Jesus is coming. He's coming. It's going to be a busy weekend, y'all. It's going to be a busy weekend. We had Mexican last night. It was good. Robert ate something different. He had fish burritos. He said they were bland. I don't do fish in tacos or burritos. I'm scared of bones. I had some fish sushi one night that had been the fish had been fried and I put it in my mouth and I grew up eating fish. A lot of fish and fillets that were filleted really close to the backbone and I was always been real careful eating fish. And they were told that these little fish nuggets did not have any bones in them. And Kim, my favorite lady at the Chinese restaurant, I said, Kim, I need to tell you, I'm not complaining, but the fish on the sushi bar had bones in it. I had two big bones in it. And she took my plate and she went back to the back and she said, we were told this didn't have fish, and I trust this lady. And I mean, they've had me back in the bathroom taking pictures when somebody said they fell and all kinds of stuff. We love them. We love everybody at the Chinese restaurant. And she just started fussing at somebody. Don't you get any more of these? Should you shred old resumes? Probably take a picture of them and shred them. Yeah, but sometimes you forget what you put on them. It's always good to have one backup. Last night before I went to bed, I just started scrolling through Twitter and saw people that needed prayers. And I just started praying for them. Happy we have put that question for next week. But let me tell you, figure out what it is y'all both like to eat and make you a list of those things and start there. And I'll I will expound on it next week. But start with what you have in common. What you have in common. And make a list. And I want you to tell me next week what it is. because food is food. I get tired of it real quick. Sometimes I just don't want to eat. I know I don't look like I don't want to eat, but I just have no appetite for anything. But when you're hungry, you do have an appetite. Anyway, folks, I love you all. Be good, kind, and sweet. Be good, kind, and sweet. Be ready for the storms that are coming. Be prepared. God gets all the glory. So I will see you tomorrow. It's Friday. You know what that means? It's clean out your car day. You can get a head start today. Anybody gets head start today gets extra points tomorrow. But I like to look through Twitter or Facebook or wherever it is and just look for people. Somebody said, I just lost my husband. You just got to pray for him. There's always little pictures of babies in the hospital, our dogs with a cast. You just pray for them. They don't know you're praying for them. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.